Hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Tenkaichi Chapter 25, which seems to have been translated a little faster than usual. It's only the 8th of the month. Usually, when there's not delays, we get it around like the 14th or 15th. I think we got it, on the 14th last month? So, you know, just came out like a week early, by usual standards. I am aware of one thing in this chapter because, get this, I was in the Tenkaichi Discord server, and I sent an emote, and for some reason there's a bot there that just replies to certain emotes with emotes of, stuff from chapters that haven't been translated yet, for some reason. So yeah, anyway, I'm already aware of that. But let's see what the rest of the chapter has in store, shall we? So, you know, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's get right into the chapter. Chapter 25, Monohoshi's out the drying pole. So we have Hanzo rushing in after throwing the maybe weighted cloak to get the surprise attack on Kojiro. A smokescreen right off the bat? No fair! Whoa, 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 he caught Kojiro right from the get-go. On the battlefield, there is no right or wrong. All there is life and death. I respect the shit out of that kind of mindset. People that care way too much about being honorable in a war zone are kinda stupid. Sometimes they're admirable, but a lot of the time they're just dumb. Kisoryu spear fighting. Clouded lightning. And let me guess, he will not have just impaled Kojiro. It's in. No. Looks like it was a miss. And what do you know? The mask is already off. Incredible. Also, how many pages do we have? 38. Okay, so pretty standard stuff. Pretty standard chapter. Oh, we got another Yasuke panel. Nice. We're starting to show him off a lot now. Though, I mean, we haven't seen him much. I don't know what he's going to do in this chapter, but thus far, he doesn't seem super talkative. Will all be. We got someone running along the rooftop. Hanzo notices. They're behind him. Ninpo, substitution jutsu. Just joking. That's funny. Okay, that's a good one. I like that. Substitution jutsu. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I just snuck up behind you. Now Kojiro's got Hanzo off guard. He's in perfect position. And that sword gives Kojiro much space to strike. It's a cool pose. I like the way that they're unsheathing it. With Hanzo late to react, he won't be able to escape this. You know, unless he has a secret hidden point at the back of his spear. Another tip. Kojiro looking rather effeminate. Kisoryu spear fighting, secret art, bolt tail. Spear thrusts, backwards, behind, no looking. I dig it. I like it. Cuts up Kojiro a little bit. That hurts. What's this? 'Twas a complete miss on your vitals. Well, because Kojiro's kind of good with it, you know? Yeah, man. Match 4 was so different from the other fights. We are, like, barely into the start of the fight. Like, the first exchanges happened and we've already had blood drawn. So, you know, fairly normal stuff. But, like, oh my god. Match 4, we went, like, what? 3 chapters? 4 chapters without them drawing blood on each other? It was nuts. It was crazy. Quite the back and forth they've had. That old dude's all grift, huh? Haha, this is getting fun. Musashi. There is still a skill to being a trickster. Hanzo. Different from the Hanzo you know, eh? Takagawa. This is a side of him nothing like the man who commanded out on the battlefield on horseback. The real Hanzo, done away with his reputation as a general. The man who will win by any means necessary. Hattori Hanzo, the shinobi. The best sort of person for winning is a person who doesn't have pride. Because then, you know, you can't really trip them up over shit like that. And they'll do, you know, anything. You've got some funny tricks, Hanzo. Haha, 'tis a shock to me that I couldn't finish you off with Bolt Tail. But be that as it may, 'tis sooner than I expected to catch a glimpse. Yeah, we got that off real fast. Of what's beneath your mask. I'd have never thought you would be concealing such a pretty face. So is Kojiro a girl? A he? A they? Let's find out. Kojiro, could you please put your pronouns in your bio? It'll make this much easier. Oh, how beautiful. A girl? No, wait, a guy? Which is it? You're one to talk, Ranma, or you were. And then you got like a 3-foot-long erection, and then it was really obvious. However, you may be pretty, but 'tis as if there's a mask beneath the mask, with those practically lifeless eyes of yours. Oh boy, another masked person who's emotionless. Great. Very original. Lifeless. You can see those kinds of things too, Hanzo? I wouldn't say that. It was just the initial impression I got. Oh, and here I thought you were like me. I can see your functionality. Oh boy, what does that mean? See my functionality? It would seem the preparations are in place. Oh. Kanamaki, is Kojiro going to do something now? Akechi, Kojiro is no mere swordsman. There are swords they. No. May you now behold how the ultimate work of I, Kanamaki Jisai, the man-killing machine, Sasaki Kojiro, functions. So I see, that's why they called Kojiro a Gundam. Cool. Yeah, let's see how they work. And away we go. They rush forward. They still have not actually unsheathed the sword. Are they doing a sword drawing technique with a sword that long? That's kind of nuts. Is that how we're going to be doing Tsubame Geishi? Oh, 'tis a good charge there. However, against me, Hanzo, a full frontal attack, 'tis fine by me. Don't get too cocky. Distancing, skill level, overall combat compatibilities, 80% analyzed. Situation favorable. Oh wow, you really are a robot person. Okay, so you're like Ragnarok Kojiro, but like with none of the charisma. I see. Drawing sword. At that moment, Hanzo's instincts sensed an unknown threat. An image that flashed in his mind for a split second. Being split in half. He steps back, Kojiro slashes forward. Whoa! That's a very powerful slash. They cut right along the fucking rooftop. Everyone's like, goddamn, that's really impressive. It split the tiles? What is this sword? It's the drawing pole. Kojiro keeps looking forward, no change in their expression. Another slash. How can a reversal be that... There it is. How can it be that fast? There's Tsubame Geishi. Cuts Hanzo on the chest. I couldn't avoid it? Hanzo! Nah, he's fine. Listen, it's a fighting manga. One really long laceration along the chest is nothing. Whoa. What's that? Ooh. The hell is that sword? 'Twas no ordinary path that blade took. Indeed it was not. That arose from an approach wholly different from the unbreaking, unbending sword of our common conception. That sword is ever-changing. Wait, it's a flex-up... What? Bewitched sword, Monohoshizao Nagamitsu. You gave Kojiro a whip sword? Now that's new. That's a new fucking thing. Wow, that's... That, I will give big props to the author for. That is like the most different thing I've ever seen done with Kojiro. Gave him a fucking whip sword? a really long whip sword, and that's why they keep it in the sheath all the time. Okay. I'm not letting you get away, Hanzo. Alright, I dig it, I dig it. So we've got two fairly unconventional fighters. An unconventional sword, and, well, a guy that just doesn't play by the rules. Alright, they go in for another slash. Destroy a bit of the tiles. I'm astonished he can handle this whip-like sword so freely. Okay, so I guess we'll continue calling Hanzo a he for now. I'll be back against the open air. In that case, pulls out the kunai. Throws the kunai. 5 Tobi kunai at once. Before all else, I need to stop his momentum. That was fairly predictable. You can't stop me. Ooh. They deflect all of them with the whip. Impressive. Now, the thing about whips, whip weapons, is you can't really get into clashes with them. Because, you know, they're flexible. I suppose, theoretically, Kojiro could, like, wrap the like, flat side of the sword around his hand, and then, like, stretch it out to make it kinda solid. But that seems really impractical. But looks like their reaction is good enough to deflect attacks. What a precise slash! To take down 5 kunai in one stroke! You've underestimated your opponent, Hattori. Kojiro is the raw material which I discovered and fundamentally refined, which surpasses even Kamizumi. No mere human technique will work on a killing machine. I don't know, I feel like tricky shit has a tendency to work on machines. If it's something that they can't understand, or, you know, it's something they don't expect, then you can get one up on them. And Hanzo's whole thing is being, as far as I can tell, basically a surprise attack fighter. Not in that he has to sneak up on them or something, but that just, he tricks you. He deceives you. He uses things that you're not going to expect. I've got you. Ha! You're more monster than man. 'Tis what you are. Finish him, Kojiro. What is that big-ass lip there you've got, my guy? You are looking like Disney Hades right now. That giant fucking James Wood mouth. What is that? Sword of mine ideals. So what are your ideals then? I'm curious. Oh. Adios, Hanzo. What, have you been to Mexico or something? Where did you learn that word? I'm sure as hell not winning here. That is, not if I take you head on. Like I said, that won't work on. He threw a ball that's not a kunai. This isn't a kunai. They were expecting one. It's a bomb! It explodes. Doesn't look like it hurt Kojiro. Ugh! What the? It blew up! Is that even allowed? It's only a blast and some smoke, but that's plenty enough to blow your limp blade away. Ninpo, explosive escape jutsu. 'Tis just a joke. We continued next issue in the life of a shinobi. Okay, so we're getting Hanzo backstory next chapter, I think. Seems like it. We got a lot of spreads this month. Let me have a look-see here. We got 1. We got 2. I think we have another one. 3. And I think that was the 4th. Yeah, 4 spreads. Adios, yeah. Kojiro. I know, like, anime is really big in Mexico, but since when have you been there? When in 1600 did you meet someone that speaks Spanish so that you could learn the word adios? That is funny. That is quite humorous. So, fight's off to a solid start thus far, I'd say. it is doing a good job at distinguishing itself from the previous fights, which is always a good sign. You know, we've had, you know, swordsmen. We kind of have our standard for what the swordsmen are like, because we've had one in every single round. So it's good that Kojiro is already kind of different. They're a little bit like Choco, in that they seem to just be this sort of emotionless person. Though they're not like cheery. They're not like a cheery kid in the way Choco was. They're, you know, a robot. They're devoid of emotion. They're pure function. They're logical. The good thing for Hanzo here is that Hanzo is not. Well, I suppose what he does is logical, but he doesn't follow a consistent pattern. He's always coming up with a new surprise stuff to use. And if Kojiro can't expect it, then they can't do anything against it. Something that Hanzo can do is he can throw kunai, and then he can also throw other stuff. And Kojiro's not going to know what it is. He could throw kunai and other stuff together. Like, what if Kojiro thinks he's throwing kunai, and he ends up throwing, like, an actual bomb of some kind? Then Kojiro's probably going to be really cautious about deflecting any attack, and will end up getting hit by something because they're too cautious. The mind games are going to be essential here with Kojiro, who seems to be such a mental fighter. But yeah, that was a pretty good chapter. I'm liking the way this fight's going so far, and I have I think I have reasonable expectations for it based on the quality that this series has shown it can reach. So I'm thinking it'll be pretty good. How good? I don't know. We'll find out. But with that, that's all I've got for this month's reaction. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I do Tenkaichi chapter reactions every month. If you enjoy discussing Tenkaichi with other people, or you just enjoy the content I produce in this channel, I highly suggest you check out my Discord server. I have a link to that down in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys around. Take care.